talking of Liverpool there then, Jacob, and obviously this will be a good weekend for you with your mate there by the sound of it. But let's get into this Liverpool fixture then. Patrick, are you confident, or is this one them that, like I say, a little while ago, we was happy to kind of write this one off, wasn't we? When we did our prediction show, we all probably sat there and said, well, this is probably one of them games you have to write off and hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. Given where we are now, can we afford to write this one off anymore, or is a result of some form essential?
Yeah, it is. And to be fair, I'm quite confident, and people might think I'm crazy, but when I look at it, I know we need to get a result. Even Harry Kane said it. He goes, "We win all our games, we qualify for the Champions League." They all know that. I can take us dropping points and getting a draw, but we have to come away with something in this game. And when I look at it, the reason why I'm confident is because even in our last 5 games, only Man City and Liverpool have better form than us. In our last 5 games, we've won 3, drawn 1, lost 1. So I know a lot of people have gone into meltdown, but it's not as bad as people are making out to be. Yeah, we had no shots on target in the loss and the draw, but it still was only a loss and a draw, and we won the last 3 other than that. And then also, when you look at us against the big teams, in terms of Man City, we've got 6 out of 6 points there. And then when we played Liverpool at home, we got a draw. So we've got 7 out of 9 against the top 2 teams so far. So I don't see why we can't replicate that again. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Liverpool will play their game and their game only, which is to come out all guns blazing and attack us. Yeah, they'll be a bit smarter because they know Kane and Son are massive threats, but they have to win the game. They have to win that game. So they will come out and play us, and that is perfect for us. That falls right into our hands. And we've got the quality to hurt anyone, and we've done it against Liverpool. We've done it against Man City, so I don't see why we can't do it again. As long as we don't do something crazy, like give away a penalty or get a man sent off, I don't see why we can't get something out of that game. So, of course, I'm really anxious and cautious and I'm worried, but at the same time, I'm confident that we can go there. And I think we can surprise a lot of people. Everyone's written this game off for us. And I don't see why we can't go there and shock the world and throw in one of those upsets.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob, at some point, this title race has got to have something happen to it that kind of blows it open, isn't it? There's going to be a result along the way that kind of gives one team the real complete edge in this title race. Why can't it be us at Anfield this week? They've not been blowing teams away recently. You know, they just got past Everton. They just got past Newcastle. Can we go there and give them? Can we go there? And as Patrick said, they won't change the way they play to kind of nullify us. They'll just go to how they want to play. This is like the Man City game all over, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you said. Like if we treat it like Man City, we got to accept that we're going to probably concede a lot of possession. You're going to have the Anfield faithful behind them and that, but I don't know. Like I've been very defeatist in that, just because of how Liverpool are going along. But in the last 2 games, they've had to rotate their front 3. So granted, all 3 of them are potent. They've had to mix up a lot of their front 3 and their midfield 3. I think the only mainstays have been Van Dijk and the fullbacks. So you'd like to hope that, you know, if Jurgen Klopp sees the next game as a bit more important than the following one, or he's prioritising the Champions League, let's say, they might not go hard. But I'm a little bit more confident. I don't know, because what you just said is exactly what I said to my cousin yesterday. I said at some point, Man City or Liverpool have to do something stupid. And when you look at Man City's fixtures, you just don't see them doing anything stupid. Even if they do something stupid, they'll probably go and win it. But then again, you see the same with Liverpool. But then this is the only biggie out of the 2 sides that they've got. So, you know, for me, if Liverpool come out of this game and win it, I think they'll win the league. If they come out of it and don't, they've lost it. So it's going to be not just pressure for us, it's pressure for Liverpool as well. We all forget that Liverpool, as much as they're smacking it at the minute, they're still going to feel that each game they've got to win it. And I'm not sure if Man City play before them, but if Man City play before them, they're going to feel a bit more pressure than they would if they're playing first. So we've got to look at it as we just got to go and try there and win. I think with the way they push up and the way we played against them at Wembley, granted they had a few players out from COVID, but if we just have the same attitude, Tottenham have beat Man City away. So I personally believe Liverpool are a better side, and it's harder to go to Anfield. I've been there before. The atmosphere is just completely different to the Etihad. But I just think if we go there and score the first goal and then sit off and play our counter attack, we should be able to do it. However, if they go and score first and everybody's going mad, then I'll get behind the sofa.
Yeah, Ryan, I think you do have that feeling. It's either one of them where it goes horribly wrong and it becomes one of those horror show nights where you fear 3 or 4, don't you, with the defending, or it is the reverse. And like I say, like the City game, we all sitting there saying, well, watch this from behind the sofa. And then actually, as the game starts panning out, you're going, we're the better side here. We're creating chances for fun. And that could have been not only 3, but 4 or 5 come the end of the game. How do you see, like I say, how do you see this game panning out? Is it one you're worried about, or are you, like the rest of the guys here, feeling surprisingly confident going into this?
Well, if I remember rightly, Carl, when we did our predictions, I think I was the only one who predicted a win against Liverpool when we did it. So I'm not changing. Like I say, it will sum Tottenham up with a win here. Like you say, struggling the first half against Leicester, losing to Brighton at home, to go to Anfield and see out a win, that would sum Tottenham up. And my only worry is, like Pat says, it's just the mistakes that we are capable of making, a defensive error, a red card, Lloris coming out to try and play sweeper keeper and getting sent off. Something like that's all I worry about. But it's going to be a lot of work for the likes. I don't really see a lot of pushing up from the likes of Emerson and Sessegnon. I don't see those as attacking wing backs. I see them very much sat back. The one thing that I do have confidence about for that game is, like you say, you said it tonight, Carl, already, that Liverpool will play how Liverpool play. They're not going to change how they play. They will stick to their way of football. And they play a very, very high line. So if you can get Son on the shoulder of Matip, if you can get Son in behind, you've got a player like Kane who can find Son. He can find him with every bit of movement. He can find him anyhow he wants. As long as the boys at the back, that's all. I think that's the main concern at the minute. As long as the boys at the back stay focused, stay concentrated, defend as well as they are able to defend. Because, like you say, they'll come up against either a Salah, Jota, or Mane, or a Salah, Mane, Diaz, or you never know how you're going to go up. The midweek game for them is going to be tough. They're going away to Spain, so they've got to do some travelling. It's not going to be as easy as maybe some people think against Villarreal. They will put Liverpool under pressure at home. Like we've seen Villarreal do that also at Juventus and Bayern Munich. They know how to pressure teams. So I do see more rotation. I think he left Trent Alexander-Arnold out for the Newcastle game, brought Joe Gomez in. And maybe a slight injury to a couple of Salahs or Van Dijks before our game could be nice. I'm not asking for season or career-ending injuries. Maybe just a bit of a muscle strain to keep him out for the weekend. We do some luck. We need something like, because Van Dijk can't miss the game this season. I don't think Salah's been injured since he's been at Liverpool. I can't remember a time.
Yeah, trust me.
For Liverpool, and like I say, we may get overworked in midfield again due to the 2 we've got to the 3 they've got. So we may see a bit of a change, maybe a 5-3-2. But I can't see him dropping Kulusevski for Harry Winks to go into that midfield in that game. So it's going to be tough in that midfield as well. It's just, like I say, we've all just got to hope, like Pat says, that the lads keep their heads, the lads concentrate long enough to make no silly mistakes, no red cards. And if we're in the game by the hour mark, like I say, hopefully the Champions League exports will come back to bite them, and it gives us a chance to counter attack. And like I say, we shouldn't worry about Arsenal. The top 4's still in our hands, and no matter how tough this game is, no matter how big this game is, we just got to concentrate on our game, keep faith that Conte's tactics and our players' talent can get us through any game like it did the Man City result. He'll see it as a big challenge himself, going one against one with Klopp, who's obviously a world-class manager. His tactics versus Klopp's tactics. So hopefully we come out trumps. Like I say, if we come away with a draw at Anfield, we can't grumble, we can't complain. It's Liverpool. phenomenal team, phenomenal players. As long as we don't go there and get absolutely trounced, because the confidence for the rest of that season it'll be just damaging for the rest of this season. We might as well write it off if we leave Anfield for 5-0 loss or 4-1, anything like that. It will damage the rest of this season. So let's just hope the boys are ready for this challenge, because it's not going to be an easy game. Jacob said it. We're going to give up the majority of the possession. That game could finish 80%, 20%, 80% to them, 20% to us possession. If we come away with 3 points, that's all that matters to us lot.
Let's go for some predictions. So, Patrick, what's your prediction for the Liverpool game? What are you going with?
I'm going to go 3-2 Spurs, and I'm going to go off the back of that. I know we can score goals. We'll probably concede, but I also have confidence because even last year with Jose in charge, if Bergwijn finishes his dinner, we win that game. We were the better team. We created the better chances. So we're playing much better football now. We definitely create chances. We got finishers. I know we'll score a couple, but we probably will concede. So I'm going to go 3-2 Spurs. It's going to be a tight game, but I'm hoping we can nick it.
Great shout. Jacob, prediction?
I said I was a little bit more confident, but I don't think we'll get a question.
It's just gone.
No, I was, but it's just, it's one of those, man. Like I can actually see us playing well, but then something going wrong. I'm going to say 2-2.
Okay.
You know, at first I thought 2-1, but I thought 2-2. I think we're actually going to play quite well. I think this is for me in the running. If we had a Brighton, a Brentford, then we had like a Burnley and someone else, I'd be a bit more worried than having an Arsenal and Liverpool in there, because these are the games that make a man out of you, and these are the games that we look forward to. Do you know what I mean? I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather be in the running playing these big games. And if you come out of them, you know, if we come away from Anfield and beat Liverpool, Arsenal in trouble.
Yeah, 100%.
It's as simple as that. That Thursday, it's just like that's just going to what an atmosphere that's going to be, man. Like, and I think even if we lose to Liverpool, I think, you know, even if we was to get battered by Liverpool, that's a good game to come into. You know, if we got battered by Liverpool and then we were playing,
I don't think we'll get battered. If we lose,
no.
I don't think we'll get battered. I honestly can't see it. Touch wood. I don't want to jinx it, but I can't see us getting battered. We will put up a good fight. I can feel it.
I just think, but like I say, if we get the wrong end of the stick and we lose that game, I'd rather us go into a Thursday night game against Arsenal at home than Brighton at home, because Brighton, you'd be like, oh, that's just awkward, you know. And if we could end up dropping points there, but I think Arsenal are going to go for it. We're going to go for it. But, you know, going back to the game at Anfield, I think it'd be a 2-2. It's my cousin's birthday, and he's the guy I told you about. It's a Liverpool fan, so
let's hope
we ruin his birthday massively.
To your cousin,
we never watch it together because we're too passionate, man. It just gets to the point where it's just too much, and like because they could win the league and we could get top 4. We've actually got to sit in a restaurant and watch the game off my phone, so it's going to be interesting in that place.
2-2. Ryan, what are you going with?
I'll go for a 2-1 Spurs win.
Let's go.
Love that.
And as a bit of a thingy to that as well, I was saying Andy Robertson red card as well. I think he's remembered Harry Kane's challenge from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think he's going to go flying into some challenges that game, especially with such a big game. I think we'll win 2-1, Robertson red card. And you know what? I think we'll actually win it with a Kane penalty as well. Because we've not had hardly any penalties. I cannot remember many penalties.
No, we haven't.
We've had this season.
But Liverpool have never conceded one at Anfield this
And
season.
the thing is, they pulled that up. And Jacob, I love the fact that you lot and Ryan are talking about this because they've made it such a big thing now. So the refs will be on.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
so that's quite.
This is where we need a Lamella.
Yeah,
to get a kick in the calf, don't we?
Oh, ref.
So I must admit, though, I'm going to follow Ryan. I'm going for a 2-1 win as well. I just think there's a slip up in this title race, and I think this could be the game that does it. So one last question